Hey, what's up guys? This is Jace and Brett from Misfit Media. And in today's video, we're gonna talk about the different levels of complexity that go into successfully advertising and actually being able to track the results of that. So Brett, I think when we hear from a lot of our clients, I think there's a big misconception in the market right now when it comes to understanding like surface level, just reaching customers on ads, and then like the different levels of complexity that go into it when you're actually tracking like things like online orders, pickup and delivery, and in-store redemptions.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately the biggest thing people always ask me when it comes to marketing is, why can't I run my own Facebook ads? You know, why can't I run my own Instagram ads? It's an open platform that anyone can do any of these strategies on. And what I say every time is you can. And you should if you want. And you should try it. And I'm all for that. And that's fine, honestly. I honestly think everyone should try to do their own Facebook, Instagram ads. Maybe, why not?
Yeah, and I think everybody understands like at this point, like being online, social media advertising is important. And that's an easy concept to understand. But like, why do you think people don't take the time to think about it like in a more in-depth level of like how the ads are actually tracked? I feel like a lot of times people are just sort of stopping to the fact that they're just reaching customers online and they're happy with that. Yeah,
and that's the thing is most people are happy with strictly just running Facebook ads. So this is where most people stop. All they do is they say, I'm gonna do some Facebook, Instagram ads, and that's it. The problem with this though is you can't really track if it's working or not. And it's actually really easy to do this. I mean, literally, restaurants, you guys know this. You can literally type in your restaurant address into Facebook. You could say, I want to target people within 3 miles of my restaurant, and they will see what ad is that you put out there. They'll see it. That's really easy to do. That's not the hard part. And I would encourage everyone to try that. But the real magic that we do is this next step, which is the email, text, and Facebook Messenger follow-up. Because as you know, right, in the space that we're in, we need to be able to track our success to see if it's actually working. And we need to have a way to re-engage with these customers so that we're not spending money on Facebook over and over again to reach them, right? I mean, that's the biggest problem.
What are some ways, just for the people that I'm sure like have been doing some sort of advertising, like if the move is to get to capture the email, text, and Facebook Messenger to grow their database, what are some things that they can do in the ads to like get somebody from here to here?
So what we really recommend, what we love doing is running some kind of offer, right? We want to give the customer a reason to give us their email, text, or Facebook Messenger subscription. And so we'll say, here's a free something in exchange for your number, right? And so we're giving them something and they're giving us something back. And we're giving them a reason to also try the restaurant for the first time, but also we're gaining their email or phone number so we can re-engage back with them. So we both get something from it, right?
I think that's a big thing that people forget about. It's like, you don't want to give away anything, but then you randomly expect somebody to give you their phone number and their email.
Totally. And that's another thing restaurants tell me all the time on these sales calls we're on, right? I mean, we take a lot of calls. I personally, guys, took about over 1,000 calls with restaurants all over the world in 2019. And so one thing I always ask is why I don't want to give away free stuff. And hey, look, I understand that and I respect that. And I don't like giving away free stuff to current customers either. But when it comes to new customer acquisition, sometimes it's necessary. Sometimes people need a solid reason to try the restaurant for the first time. And like you said, no one wants to give their phone number just for no reason. They want to get something from it. They need to get something, right? And so we like to do a free side. We like to do a free drink, a buy one, get one, something like that, to give someone the incentive to give you that information that we want as marketers so we can remarket to them, right?
Yeah, I think when you're trying a restaurant, like people forget a lot of times that somebody who's trying to get you to try you for the first time, they already have 10 restaurants in their local area that they already enjoy eating at. Okay, so you're gonna have to do something differently in order to get them to change their behavioral patterns and get them to come to your restaurant.
Absolutely. And just like Jay said, you need to change that behavioral pattern. And so actually how we do that in a big way is re-engaging with these customers via email and text, and then actually tracking our success using Facebook Messenger. We can re-engage with a customer by emailing them or texting them, but we can track the success with Messenger. That's why we like all three of these platforms, right? And again, we want 3 platforms overall because I don't want to be reliant on one of these platforms. Facebook Messenger changes the rules all the time, so I want to have a phone number so I can re-engage with someone because it's got a high open rate, right? And we own that number. Same thing with an email. But the beauty of Facebook Messenger is we can track success. And we can do a lot of cool automations on it that most people aren't even aware of, honestly, right?
The whole purpose of this video is we want you to understand like the depth that goes into running ads online for your restaurant outside of just like people are clicking on the ad and I'm getting more exposure, right? Like there's different levels of complexity to this, and taking the time, not necessarily even to do it yourself, but taking the time to learn about this stuff, start understanding like how it's gonna move your bottom line is gonna pay dividends in the future because this stuff's not going away.
Absolutely, guys, absolutely. And so again, there's really 3 steps to it, right? Is one, we wanna reach someone up here. Just write that. Reach your customers. Step 2 is we want to maybe re-engage with them and build this database, right? So I'll put re-engage, right? Maybe a list, right? List building. And then lastly, we wanna track the success, right? Because guys, the beauty of it, people ask me this all the time too. They say, all right, well, if I run ads for 4, 5, 6, 8 months, maybe 12 months, am I gonna eventually reach everyone? Probably not, but maybe. And in the case that you have, well, you've monopolized your entire local area. I mean, that's amazing, right? Not just that, but if you run a strategy that's also collecting and building a database for you, imagine if you had 25, 30, maybe 40,000 people on your list that now, at the touch of a button, you could shoot them a text or an email whenever you wanted to market something to them for free.
Game changer.
Total game changer.
Yeah. What we wanted to do in this video is just show you what's possible, because I think a lot of restaurant owners are kind of stuck up here when it comes to, you don't know what you don't know, right? So if you only know what is happening and you don't really know the different levels of tracking that's available when you're advertising online, you're not gonna do those things. So hopefully this video was helpful. Hopefully you learned something from it. And again, like, let us know in the comments if you like these types of videos, because we're gonna be shooting more content for the remainder of this year. And we wanna know what you guys are interested in learning about. So let us know in the comments, and it'll help us know, what to shoot more content about, so we can, help support you guys in any way for following and watching our channel.
Thanks, guys. Chat soon.